Hey, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? As I sip on my mushroom coffee before I get my day going, Spirit was like, do a quick video quickly on the energies right now. Today is Thursday, the 20th of February already. That's right. Is what it is. Is what it is. Now, how are you going to be in this isness? So what was coming through this morning was, what did everybody do without a weatherman? What did everybody do without the astronomy readers, the meteorologists, and all the people that predict what's going to happen in the external environment that's going to affect your internal environment and affect your home and the domain and the demographics in which you've got to be all day long? Because everybody plans around the weather because you're taught to. So when you can rely on all that because you think it has more answers than you forget what happened 100 years ago and 100 years before that, 100 years before that, when people had to make plans no matter what came from the temperatures, from the barometer, from the climate, to mini storms, to sunshine, and off to gale winds. I mean, come on. How did they plan their life? We've become so dependent on what everybody else has to tell us, and then we revolve our life around it, and now it becomes our norm. Instead of tuning into our own electrical magnetic system. And of course, this is a metaphor for many, many things. So don't start honing in on this is just about the weather, because it's about your weather. It's about your weather. And whether you're able to bob and weave, flow and go to the best of your ability, no matter what is happening externally. My mom grew up one of 16 on a farm. Her mom grew up on a farm. They did what they had to do regardless of what was on the ground outside or how cold it was or how warm it was. You adjusted what you needed to do per the seasons and what you were able to do. They knew because they watched the animals and the birds. They knew because maybe around this time prior, there was a sense of maybe a heaviness or a moisture in the air. Maybe it's the way the wind blowed. Maybe it was the way the birds flew. Maybe it's the way the animals stood or laid. Who knows? But they tuned in and they would get a sense that something might need to be done to protect, pre-feed, or maybe they needed to lessen their load for the day because something came. But you all get where I'm going with this. We have pulled away from understanding our own sensory systems. We don't realize how much our eyes rely on the hearing. We don't realize how much our smell affects our taste. We don't even realize how much a full breath is critically important to the function of every system within this physical avatar. Because most of us are walking around and we wonder why we are tired, get brain fog, walking in low-mo, being hyper anxiety, all these things that come from not being in the moment. Because we are taught to learn everything from the external instead of the internal. So today, my friends, I'm going to ask you to stop Slow it down. Stop. Let the thought and the feelings come in. Drop in deeper and deeper into that. Sit with it a little bit by asking your body, what do I need today? What do I need in this very moment that could assist me on today's ride? Connect with that breath, because when you stop, drop, sit, you realize, whoa, dude, I need to bring it in. And bringing it in and getting at least 3 to 6 nice deep breaths. And allow a little bit of self-adjustment in that nervous system. Then you can receive better some direct messaging of what it is that your body needs, or what is it your body's doing. Are you all cocked up? You all tensed up? You have fear? Is my fascia in my abdominal brain reading fear? Am I gliding? Is my body too heavy? Is it too light? What do I need to do to adjust myself? So that stop, drop, sit, become aware of thy breath is a motto I live by, even when it looks like I'm walking very quickly. Very quickly. I can go into massive crowds and adjust myself like that in the middle of a conversation of listening or talking to someone else, because I've trained my brain, I've trained my body to talk to me from all different sensory components that are reeled into a vice, because we're depending on what everybody else is saying and doing based on how I'm going to react, instead of how do I want to respond before I'm needed to give a response, because I'm in a neutral kind of place. So if it seems like we're getting far-fetched weather all over the states, if it seems like time is moving lightning speed, if it seems like, you could get 5 things done last week, but today you're only barely getting through 1, be okay with it. Be okay with it, because it is what it is in your now moment. Whatever that reality is, get into the reality of where are you in time and space in this physical avatar, which is the only ride you've got to take you anywhere. So tune in. Get real. Reel it in. Stop, drop, sit. Connect with that breath. Bring into that oneness, into that unit. Know that you are all that is the isness, and the isness is all that is you. That you are the source of all source. Source is you. Everything in the isness is. And then how are you going to work through and maneuver your ride so that you keep yourself in a space that everything is functioning optimally? Give it a try. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. I got a bolt. Yeah, I do. So have a nice day. Bye.